Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, bringing you another live league game of the day. Today we are on I Endure. This is a standard matchup with triple base, airport, and comm tower support. Though for this one, the comm towers are fairly contested in the middle there, folks. This is your standard weak side versus strong side sort of a situation here. Tier 1 is where we are, and we have godslaying and noob player today. Two very cool names, actually, in Advanced Wars. Godslaying, that's a cool name. Noob player, any name that has noob in it, you get my props. You get my props. Alrighty, folks. So, today we have Sasha and Von Bolt as our COs. Now, Sasha, as a day-to-day ability, will get 100 extra income per property she owns. Her normal co-power will negate the opponent's co-power meter, depending on how much income she has, and her super co-power, War Bonds, will give her 50% of the battle damage dealt that turn. So, Sasha is a very common pick for Tier 1. Very good CO, very good counter to the likes of Von Bolt and Hawk, those players that have really big co-power meters. Now we have new player playing as Von Bolt. So Von Bolt, as a day-to-day ability, will get plus 10% firepower and defense on all of their units across the board. And in addition, they have access to their super co-power, which is Ex Machina, which will launch an Area 3 missile targeting the greatest accumulation of wealth on the map, doing 3 damage to them and stunning them for 1 turn. So Von Bolt, very cool CO. Very cool CO indeed. Alrighty, folks. So those are our COs. Those are our players. And this is our map. This one was just sent in to me, actually, not even 10 minutes ago. I was sitting down looking for a live league game, and all of a sudden I got this message. And I was like, well, looks like you just saved me 10 minutes of time. So here we go, folks. Let's get into it. So on the first few days, you guys know the deal. Standard infantry builds. You got to get the infantry on the field, folks. It is the #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. #2 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. Winning. Gotta win, folks. Alright, so very interesting sort of dynamic already, because it looks like Godslayer has actually gone to cap this property instead of jumping for the neutral base right away. So that is kind of curious. Kind of curious indeed. Although for Sasha, could be pretty interesting because she does get additional income every single turn. So maybe the goal is to get early vehicles out, you know, get the recon out. Maybe the recon is going to go down here and start denying a bunch of properties. Who knows, folks? Who knows? But considering that new player has 8,000 funds available to them right now, they are going to be able to automatically buy a tank, which should counter the recon. Now, tank out of this position does not directly counter the recon, but I think it's fine. You know, we put a lot of pressure over here. This is your strong side after all. So getting some vehicle units over here and working to deny this location over here from your opponent, I think could be pretty good for sure. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with this whole delay on the base, though, because that's it's a little iffy. I'm not going to lie. You know, you kind of do want to cap that base as soon as you can, because unit count is mega important, especially when you're fighting a CO such as Von Bolt. So Von Bolt, as we know, does get that 10-10 bonus on all of his units. So it is very difficult to actually clear Von Bolt units. They do not go down very quickly, folks. So, alright, so we got a few more movements here. Tank is moving into position. Infantry is moving over here. So this infantry is now going to have the option of either interrupting the capture or finishing the cap as well, which I think is pretty good because Godslaying could go in, cap the comm tower, could cap this. We'll definitely start a capture on this. Yeah, so I mean, it's got lots of options. I kind of like new players' position at the moment here with this forward tank. This tank could come It could sit on the city, but then that would deny yourself the opportunity to start a capture there. So that's kind of questionable, I guess. But okay, so we just go down here, so that's fine. Recon moves in and takes a shot on this infantry right here, which is at a tank range. That's probably the best move, to be honest. I mean, you could go down here and attack this infantry, which would deny the capture of the center a lot quicker, but obviously there's a tank right there in position, so we don't want to do that. We take the safe hit right here and do some damage right there. Now, the only other option we could do is we could attack this infantry here, and although it would do less damage, it would actually sap some of Von Bolt's funds next turn. So that could mess up some of their build orders later on. But we'll see what happens here, folks. The other thing about Sasha is maybe, on second thought, you know, denying the capture over here, while it's not really advisable in my opinion here, it might not be too bad because Sasha does rely a lot on air units. So with the additional income, she should be able to pump out a lot more air units and then eventually be able to get to the point where she can pump out air and vehicle units at the same time, whereas Von Bolt might not be able to do that. And Von Bolt goes in for a double attack over here on the comm tower, eliminating that capture, taking out an infantry out of the game already. So that is a pretty big hit. And Godslaying could potentially go in with a tank hit right here, but it is from 0-star terrain. This is a 1-star terrain, so technically for Von Bolt, that's 120% defense right there. So it would be... Ooh, yeah, see? That's very unfortunate for the old Godslaying. So we did not get a very good trade right there. This is going to get counterattacked very, very heavily. Most likely be like a 4 to 5 trade. Like 4 damage. So this guy's probably going to be going down to 2, I would say. So that's very unfortunate for sure, especially on the weak side over here, right? But it does bring 2 tanks down over here, so it's looking pretty good over here. 2 tanks versus 1 tank. You definitely want to try to double up on your units against Von Bolt. Very important. Lose the recon, unfortunately, but we did manage to injure 2 infantries, which is going to hurt the capture game for sure over here. A little bit less damage than I expected. I kind of thought that maybe it would go down to 2, but I guess that's more of a conservative attack right there, you know, does 3 damage. Still a great trade for Von Bolt, actually, considering that Godslaying was the one that went in for the attack first. Ends up losing the trade overall, which is just devastating, unfortunately. Just absolutely devastating. Now, Godslaying has the 16,000 funds right now. We'll be able to acquire 3 more properties here, so let's get those out of the way. 1, 2, and then, oh, what is this? What is this? We're going in for a tank strike. That's a questionable attack right there. Very questionable. Oh boy. Oh boy, gets the battlecopter on the field though, so that's okay. So this is mostly questionable, mainly because we can move on to the city here. It's our own city as well, and we can get a tank strike over here. Now, this tank isn't in position to attack, so once this guy moves in and attacks, we do have an attack right here that we can take with this tank. But considering that this is going to be about 40% defense on what I'm going to assume is probably going to be a 9 HP tank after this engagement, it's not going to be like super good, unfortunately. Plus, Von Bolt is about to acquire a comm tower if they decide to capture it, which they do, obviously. Goes in and snipes out the tank. Very good. So this is a pretty okay move, I would say. So we trade tank for tank, essentially. So Godslaying went in with the tank, started an engagement, ended up losing the engagement, went back for heals. Von Bolt goes and finishes off the tank. But in return, this tank is going to be taken out by this tank right here. However, new player can bring his tank forward, and it looks like we are going to be flipping 1 property right here, which is pretty good. Yeah, so that's a pretty good position for this tank right here. So it could potentially back up this tank right here if Godslayer decides to go down for the attack, which he most definitely is. However, this tank is probably going to be a lot better at getting center control here because new player does not have any air units or an anti-air on the field yet. So we are not going to effectively, yeah, 9-4. We're not going to be able to effectively counter this battlecopter until we get some kind of a unit on the field that can deal with it. We are going to get one more capture here. So we get the tank. We have 8k left in the bank, and we don't get an anti-air. It's not the worst thing not getting an anti-air, but considering that we're like pretty ahead on units here, it's not really out of the realm of normalcy to sort of get an anti-air on the field and base skip, because like I said, we are already ahead in units, but this is also fine, you know, get the unit count up. Battlecopter is going to be able to go in here, but it won't be able to actually attack anything for 2 days. We can form a nice defensive wall with infantry and wait for our reinforcements to arrive, so I think that's okay too. Sasha now has 17 properties, and we sack the tank, go in with the tank, only do, oh, that's like really not good. Ooh. It's not good at all. We only do 1 damage. Like, look at that defense. 1 damage from that tank. Absurd. Absolutely absurd. So this is going to be healed up to 6. This is going to be at 8, obviously, next turn. A 6 versus an 8 HP tank. That's still, like, a pretty good trade for Von Bull. Plus, we got another tank coming up here that's going to be, like, super wild. Alright, good copter placement. Moving that guy forward. Alright, so this is a 5-8 trade now. Ooh, 4-8 trade. Yeah, nice use of the infantry, actually. I don't mind that at all. Don't mind that one at all, folks. That's a nice little move. Alright, beautiful. So copter and center is really good, right? We're going to be able to start denying these properties here. In addition, this tank is not going to be able to push up into our territory. The copter basically completely surrounds like the majority of our units over here. The only unit it doesn't cover is this unit over here on the mountain, in which this tank and this tank actually do cover. So I think that's very good. 80% damage to an infantry because reasons. Yep. This is a 120% firepower bomb bolt in this moment. So look at this, a 4-8 tank only takes 2 damage back. It does 3 damage. Von Bolt, man. Von Bolt. What a guy. Alright, so not going for this property for obvious reasons. Is going to be going for this property. The obvious reasons being is we are easily interrupted. We're easily interrupted over here too with the battlecopter, but I think it's more or less fine. We are not going to be fearing that battlecopter at all. And we still don't build an anti-air, but we build a T-copter. T-copter is a very curious build. I'm not sure what this T-copter's idea is going to be. Obviously funneling infantry. That's what T-copters are for, funneling infantry, but we'll see. Oh, that's a risky spot. That's a very risky spot to actually put the battlecopter. So we go in and we attack the tank, but the issue with attacking this tank right here, in opposed to this tank, is if we attack right here, which we do, let's just replay that right there, is we have a infantry surround. We have infantry here, we have infantry here, we bring tank back, and we surround the copter. And then the copter is trapped and it can't actually move. So we go in and do this attack as well. I think it probably would have been better if we just went tank and copter and just maybe came pretty close to eliminating just one. Because that trade is still going to be in Von Bolt's favor, unfortunately. So we finally cleared the tank over here on the city. Good job. God slaying. Slaying the gods. That's what he does. He's a god slayer, folks. Alright. So 3 tanks plus 3.5 tanks over here. We might get the comm tower. Easily interrupted though, unfortunately. Von Bolt's actually ahead in properties as well. He's at 18 properties. But because of Sasha's day-to-day ability, the 17 properties actually does become 18,700. So she basically matches Von Bolt for income. Von Bolt is about to capture one more property here. After he's done attacking, for sure. Yep. Yeah, and that's a full surround on that battlecopter, which is super, super dangerous. We could get the anti-air. Yeah. Ooh, that's dangerous. That is dangerous with a capital D. Darkwing Duck style dangerous. Let's get dangerous. And we completely clear the comm tower. Send the T-copter over to this side. Okay, this is cool. So we're gonna send the T-copter over to this side. So I guess the goal is gonna be to buy one vehicle, one infantry or mech every single turn. Use T-copter to funnel up here and just completely flood this area with infantry. Nice. Sacks the infantry to get an interrupt. Clears a 5 HP tank. This will result in the loss of a tank here, but we do have a tank chain coming, so all in all, it's not really too bad. What? Okay, I thought I missed something here. I did not miss anything. All right, and new player is threatening a cap on another property over here, folks. He's got a threat of a cap over here. Beautiful threat of a cap. All right, let's see what happens. Tank moves in, and let me market crash. It's more advisable to use your market crash at the end of the turn, though, folks, without a doubt. But he might be relying on the 10% extra firepower at this point. I think that might be what he's trying to do. Ooh, tank moves on to the comm tower to get a clear on an infantry. And then we are double hitting, right? Yeah, that's going to be a clear. That is a clear and a half right there, folks. Beautiful clear right there. And that leaves us with 3.8 tanks versus 1 at the moment. 2 is coming, but 1 is here right now. So it's pretty good. The battlecopters are just going to town over here as well. So this is like absolutely wild battlecopter harassment over here. These mosquitoes are going nuts, man. Oh, malaria. Malaria be darned. Alright, not bad clears on infantry over here. We let the copter go to clear a few more infantry. I think it's more or less fine. I mean, is what it is. For sure. Builds another tank, gets the T-copter. We're gonna get one. Oh, so we don't get a boosty out of it. We could have actually got a boosty and then got right here right away. But we didn't go for that. But I guess maybe the plan is to send him right here and get him over here. I wonder if there'd be any difference though. So boost right here. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so if the plan is to actually go for this property, which it may be, it might not be, I don't know. But we would actually get there one day closer with a boosty. Either way, so Von Bolt has acquired 3 bars of power, which is pretty good. But godslaying did manage to bank a bunch of charge from all those engagements that happened. Is kind of hurting in the unit count at the moment, but it is their turn. So let's see if they manage to do some significant damage here. Ooh, that's on. Okay, good. Oof. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, even if the force wasn't there, that'd still be fine. But yeah, I was almost scared for a second, folks. I was almost scared. Godslaying is going in now, folks. He is going in. He has cleared multiple units. After the buys, this should be an even game once again, or very close. Oh no! No! This is very unfortunate right here. We have a stinky abomination on the field here, folks. The stinkiest of all the units in Advanced Wars by Web. The infamous Neo tank, the walking stench field itself, has appeared on the map, looking mighty skin toned up here. Very gross. Very gross indeed. But you know what? When you're dealing with increased defense and offense, you have to go for something stinky sometimes. So godslaying has deployed the stinkiest guy to take care of a Von Bolt. So we'll see if it works out for him, folks. We'll see if it works out. New player clears a infantry, and now he is actually starting the battlecopter chain. So we got the chain of battlecopters coming forward here, folks. Nice position over here with the artillery placed right here directly on the comm tower, and covering 3 units actually, so not too bad. This copter is once again going to be able to get away scot-free with attacking more infantry, but none of these tanks are really going to be able to go in. I guess they could. They could actually go in. Because it looks like we got 1 hit here. We got 1 hit here. That should more than likely clear the infantry. And then we bring in another tank. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, we can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, we can't. Artillery is completely safe there, folks. 100% safe. What a legend. Clears a 5 HP infantry in exchange for a full HP. Okay. It's not... I don't know how I feel about that. This is kind of risky as well. But I think I see what new player is trying to do here. So he's trying to trim down the infantry count as much as he can here. And he's relying on his firepower and defense in the counterattacks in order to win these engagements. But with multiple units, you are guaranteed to at least lose some. The battlecopter over here is going to be very effective in countering any attack that does happen to these guys. But you're still guaranteed to lose like 1.5 tanks at least. And with the Stinky Boy coming up here, ooh, things are going to get pretty explosive over there pretty quick. New player is going to have to think of something. Think of something good, possibly classy, to deal with this over here. Now, Von Bolt, classy boy. Oof, that's a good classy boy, folks. Questionable. Very questionable. All right, folks. So the copter is moved in. That is going to guarantee the KO of a copter, without a doubt. We have 3 tanks that are in position to get hit by 2 tanks right here. That's going to be pretty bad for godslaying. Losing the copter is going to be pretty bad. And he's forced to build anti-air at this moment. So... oh god, what happened? There we go. Neo tank is good though. Neo tank is good. Good position for the Neo tank. Stinky, but good. Alright, ends the turn right there. Let's see how we're doing for time from these players. 6 minutes 34 seconds left for godslaying on the clock. 14 minutes and 3 seconds for the noob player. So it's going okay. I could 100% definitely see him going in for 2 attacks right here. Probably attacking this one and attacking this one and taking out the battlecopter. Double anti-air over here though, folks. Double anti-air. That is a... he's had enough. He's had enough of the air units. Ooh, doesn't get the clear though. I expected that to be a clear. 120% firepower, that does like, that should do like 80. It should do 80% damage. I think it might be 72 to 80. I don't know, that's kind of odd. It must have been on the very highest end of like 8. So maybe that's what happened, like, I don't know. Either way, okay, so we don't go for this clear, we go for this clear. This, that does open us up to a tank strike over here. Bring in another battlecopter. Tank strike over here would be pretty wild with all this copter reinforcement. We could potentially get a 2-shot over here. But this tank is safe from the Neo tank now. Beautiful position for the artillery right here. And copter is trapped once again with an artillery right there, folks. The artillery is right there. Now, it could escape. It could. Obviously, it could 100% escape because we got 1-2 shots right here. And then we can actually bring tank and battlecopter over here to get the clear. And if we do get the clear, that leaves an anti-air to move right there and take us out. Predicaments, folks. Predicaments. So many predicaments over here. Okay. Day 15. Sasha almost has another super co-power banked up here. Will have to be market crashing this turn, though, like, without a doubt, because Von Bolt is getting far too close to that super co-power. Yeah, we got to get that out of here, folks. Trim that boy down. Okay, so we don't get the clear. Like I said, though, this opens us up to anti-air strike here. So we did just lose the copter. But 4 tanks, you know, 4 tanks are pretty good. This T-copter is being super annoying. Just sitting right here, blocking this tank from getting over here, folks. Actually is going to allow a first strike with this tank as well. So that's pretty good. Loss of the artillery is pretty unfortunate, though. Okay, so doesn't really have too many options over here. Just has to pull back a little bit. And yeah, just bring the battlecopters away from that situation. If the anti-airs are over there, just get them out of there. Pfft. Easy peasy, man. Just run away. Run away! Get out of here! Ah! Look at them go. Ah, they're running. They can't take on that. Smells too bad over there. Ooh, noob player. Noob player. Busting out the classy Von Bolt medium tank. Looking mighty fancy down here, folks. Looking mighty fancy. Congratulations to new player for being the classiest boy of the match so far. What a gentleman. What a gentleman. Day 16, folks. Ooh. Are we going to finally acquire the comm tower? Oh, this is very interesting. Now, the only thing that we can do to actually go up and interrupt this is bring the battlecopter forward. And the only way we can interrupt this capture is to bring the battlecopter forward. We could bring this battlecopter over here, this battlecopter over here, and interrupt. That will result in the loss of 2 battlecopters. So at this point, it's probably more worthwhile to just let her have it. Just let her have the comm tower. I don't think it's super advisable to go in for that interrupt, folks. Von Bolt has 29 units on the field. And while his overall value might be lower than Godslaying, our Sasha player, I would say he's in a much better position. Once these actually get captured, it will be a little bit different. However, like I said, this stinky Neo tank's on the field, folks, so it's going to be pretty questionable. Pretty questionable. The classy medium tank is going to have to get in position to do something about this pretty quick. This does result in the loss of 2 battlecopters once again. But we did do 2 damage to that stinky Neo tank, so in my books, 100% worth it, folks. You know, if you can do damage to those stinky boys, just do damage to them, get them out of here. We don't need them. Bring back the class. Bring back Advanced Wars 1. We want Advanced Wars 1 back. That's what we want. Just not Max. Not Advanced Wars 1 Max. We don't want him. Just keep him out of it. Alright, so we got 1 clear. Going for the heals and actually wrecking the pipe a little bit. It's very nice. Got another clear on the battlecopter. And we market crash once again. So that's about, what is that, like market crash number 4? I think it's market crash number 4, folks. There's a lot of market crashes. So at this point, there is going to be some potential for Von Bolt to start accumulating some power. And he might be able to get at least 1 Ex Machina off this turn. Or not this turn, but this game, I should say. Godslaying has joined the Classy Club. He has seen the error of his ways, and he has joined the Top Hat Society. So, hats off to you, Godslaying. Hats off to you. What a gent. So we got 2 gents on the field now. And let's see what they managed to accomplish here. Nice little hit on the tank right here. Going up for some more defensive terrain. Get the boosty with the infantry. And now, let's see how this attack goes. So we take out anti-air. We use copter to take out tank. Ooh, we don't get the clear on the tank though, so that's unfortunate. Classy Boy goes up and clears at 3 HP infantry like a flippin' legend. I mean, if you're gonna bust out Classy Boys, you might as well use them to clear 3 HP infantry, because that is how you do it. I mean, obviously that's the only attack that it really had. It could potentially go in and attack this, right? I think it had an attack here, right? Yeah, we could have actually just went and cleared this, but if we cleared that, that does leave the Classy Boy open to Stinky Boy attacks, which you don't want. You want to be able to attack your Stinky Boys first, not let the Stinky Boys attack your Classy Boy first. So that position is pretty good overall. So I like it. I like it. It's looking good. Alright, so we are trying our best to get that comm tower. We have destroyed the last battlecopter in sight, folks. Oh, this opens our Stinky Neo tank to medium tank first strike. Ooh, this is going to be interesting, folks. This is going to be very interesting. Is he going to go in with the Classy Boy and attack this medium tank or this Neo tank? Ooh. I want to know. I want to know if he's going to do it. Or is he going to go back and attack this? I don't know. Very curious to find out. Oh, he's going in. Boom. 5-7. 5-7 trades. Let's go. Beautiful. Love it. And doubling down with a tank. Boom. Taking the ultimate down to 4. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I like to see. Beautiful stuff, folks. it's honestly a work of art. It's beautiful. All right. So carrying on here, we are fortifying our little death wall over here, keeping the other Classy Boy at bay temporarily, and bringing some more units into the center. So just slowly but surely getting that map control. Considering that Sasha is now at 19 properties, new player is going to have to acquire another property here in order to stay in the game. But they are about to acquire that comm tower, but they have not captured it. They have not captured it. They have captured it after doing their attacks. Beautiful. That's how you do it, folks. Capping comm towers first? Who does that? Nobody caps comm towers first in 2024. Maybe in 2025, but we're not there yet, folks. We're not there yet. We're still in the realm of doing our attacks before capping the comm tower. Alright? And you all know who you are that don't cap the comm tower before you do your attacks. Okay? I'm one of them. Okay? No capping comm tower crew. That's what I'm talking about. Let's hear it. Alright, Classy Boy. Beautiful clear on the infantry. Just completely one-shot that. That's a mistake. Probably. Oh, that's a tough one. It's a tough one. Trying to keep the unit count or his units like down as much as he can, but that's just losing whatever that's called, an anti-air. It's losing an anti-air. It doesn't attack the anti-air though, so I guess it's fine. New player is putting so much pressure on godslaying with these captures and clears the anti-air with a copter, so that is some beautiful stuff. No anti-air in position over here, minus this one. This one's only at 7 HP, so one hit from a fresh tank, and that guy's gone. Absolutely gone. And considering that godslaying has to heal this stinky Neo tank, he's going to be losing 2,200 funds per turn just from that. So he's losing 2,200 here. He's losing 700 here, so that's like 2,900. He's losing 700 here, that's 3,600. And 200, like right here, right? No, 7 is 10, so it's even more. So, yeah, I mean, he's losing a lot. I'm not going to do the math. He's losing a lot. Okay, let's see it. Oh, 15,000. What? What? Oh, that's so much money gone into heals. Look at this. He would have had like 22,000 and change, right? 22 like 7. 15,300. Oh, that's so much money. So much money, folks. That's where all Sasha's interest went. All right, nice clear with the medium, and we go in and we attack the artillery. Very nice. Very nice. Get that artillery out of here. We don't need them. Don't need them here. This is a classy club. We don't need artillery. All right, tanks moving in, attacking this tank right here. We do have a clear on the pipe seam now, so we are going to have a more direct line of reinforcement from this base over here. And, well, obviously from this base over here too, right? But that will sort of congest this area up quite a bit. And we are pretty surrounded at the moment, so it might be a little difficult. All right, day 20 already, folks. Day 20 in the live league. Godslaying playing on increment here, folks. Increment gaming. That's what we got going on. And noob player is so close to that Ex Machina. He's gonna be dancing the Ex Machina here so soon. It's gonna happen. He's like a bar and a bit, 2 bars and a bit away. He's gonna get it. I swear. I swear he's gonna get it. It's gonna happen. We're gonna be doing the Ex Machina here very, very soon. No, the bar is charged. It's charged. No, we're not gonna get it. Not gonna get it this turn, folks. Unfortunately. Oh, maybe. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like 5,000 away. Yeet. 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 Maybe? How shy are we right now? 700? You got that. You got that in infantry right here. Blim, blim. 1, 2. Well, actually just 1, 2, and then it's done. But like 1, 2, that's it. He can do it. He's got the infantry for it. Boom. Boom. Okay. So one of those two didn't have to go, but that's fine. This is perfectly good. So he's got the Ex Machina. Ooh, it's gonna be a good Ex Machina. First Ex Machina of the game, folks. Day 20 Ex Machina. Boom. 3 units. Totally worth it. 100% worth it. 10 out of 10 would sack again. 100%. Beautiful, folks. That stinky Neo tank is not going anywhere. He's stuck. He's stuck in the mud, folks. All right, so we do end up losing quite a few units in response to getting the Ex Machina, but we are so ahead in units right now that it really doesn't even matter. 5 minutes and 23 seconds left on the clock as well. Godslaying, once again playing on increment, pretty low on time. The goal right now is to move this, get a clear on this tank. Whether it be with this copter and this copter, or this copter and this copter, or whatever, we get a clear on this tank, take the classiest of units, move it right here, and just obliterate this Neo tank. I'm talking Exodia style, obliterate this stinky boy. It's gotta be done. I swear to God, if it is not done this turn, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do something. And it's gonna be bad. But it better be gone. I swear to God. I don't want to see this Neo tank on day 22. Yes. Yes. Ah! Gone. Exodia obliterate. There we go, folks. It's gone. It's out of here. We don't gotta deal with no stink on the battlefield anymore. This is not the place for stinky units. This is a place of clash. A clashy place. That's what this is. Very well done. Beautiful clear. Beautiful awareness of the situation. You love to see it, folks. And we almost got a clear on another infantry, but sadly it did survive. But we tidy up this area quite well. Godslaying down to 15 units now. And 69,000 value. Nice. Not too bad. Busts out another classy boy. Beautiful. Good job, a new player. Alrighty. So copter clear. Infantry go for heal. Classy boy runs away, taking out an infantry. Take out a battlecopter, take out a tank, take out an infantry, take out an infantry, take out an infantry. Almost take out an infantry. Not too shabby. Okay. Another classy boy on the field, and it is day 22. Day 22. This is still an even game. Some kind of a property has to be flipped in order for somebody to be declared the winner here. So let's see. Let's see if somebody manages to flip a property here. There is a serious threat on a flip right here. That could definitely happen. But we shall see. We shall see if it happens. We start the capture. Builds another tank. Did a big attack over here. Big attack. New players running very low on time though as well. Only sitting at 3 minutes and 36 seconds. We'll probably not be getting another Ex Machina in this entire game though. I think godslaying should be able to manage their power well enough that Von Bolt shouldn't get another one. Pops the market crash. We have to interrupt this capture, otherwise we are going to lose. That is priority number 1. Interrupts with the anti-air, not too bad. Class boy moving in. Copter anti-air build, keeping the tank on the city. Because if we move that tank, oh boy, he's getting it. He's getting that property. We don't want him to get that property, folks. Ooh, and we get a beautiful clear. Look at this combo attack over here on Godslaying's classy medium tank. We go in with copter, go in with another copter, takes it down to 6, follows up with the 9 HP classy boy, taking it all the way out. What a beautiful attack. Beautiful attack. Beautiful combo attack. Classy boys work well with others, folks. Classy boys love backup, and they love friendship, you know? Any kind of friendship they can get, they will take. Alright, so new player officially out of time. Managed to get his buys in at the very last moment. Godslaying now has 2 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock to figure out what he's going to do in this situation. But he builds the classy boy right away, as God intended. And he ends his turn right there. Doesn't move this over here. Keeps the units in position to interrupt if necessary. And just tries to attack the middle, you know. That's what you gotta do. It is day 24. Ooh. Oh. What an ultimatum. What an ultimatum, folks. So I'm pretty sure this is the play that is probably gonna end this game, because classy boy has to clear, anti-air has to go up and attack the comm tower. If we don't attack the comm tower, then we lose. But if we attack the comm tower, we get attacked with classy boy, or it has to be classy boy. So we could, no, never mind. So we could go in with double tank, clear this guy, go in with 2 battlecopters, attack this guy, join cap, and then we get it anyways. That's a losing situation. No matter what, that cap is going through, and once that cap goes through, that puts new player ahead in the property game. Having 2 comm towers does count towards your properties, so tactically now new players ahead. So what a match, folks. Ooh, 7 HP Classy Boy taking a first strike, 5-5 trade. Like, just Von Bolt, man. Von Bolt clears that guy like easy peasy. This is a 130% firepower Von Bolt. No, new player, you were supposed to be the chosen one. You were supposed to stay away from the stink. Not create it. Stay away from the stink. Ah. The game's already won. You don't even need this. Why is it here? Delete that. Delete that unit right now. I swear to God. Day 26. We got the market crash. And we interrupt the capture. Go in and attack tank, move the Classy Boys again, and these guys are just going to be shifting around, and we have to run away, because if we don't, we lose tanks. But that gives up another property here, unfortunately. So that is I mean, at this point in this situation, you could literally just bring all these guys forward and just hammer on this line. You know, bring the Classy Boy over here as well. But you could hammer on the line and you'll be perfectly fine. Because they would need almost all these units just to clear the infantry line. So I think that would be perfectly fine if we actually just went up and attacked. The breaking of the pipe seam. It's working against them. It's working against them, folks. Alright, day 27, and godslaying has resigned at this point. That is the end of the match. Wow. What a battle. What a battle, folks. It was pretty even in the beginning of the game here. But Von Bolt, just too powerful day to day, folks. But godslaying played a very, very, very good game. You know, I don't really see like too much that was actually wrong with the game, but I think like really, where is it? Something near like the middle. Like we fought from, it's incredibly difficult to fight in this situation, because look at how many turns godslaying is behind, right? So like in general, I'm pretty sure like just like not going for this capture right away just led him down the path of having less units overall. Now if he had a few more units, I think probably would have been fine. But also going in for these trades and losing that initial tank, very unfortunate. But overall, he fought hard, he fought well, he did what he could with what he had. But you know, you resort to the stink, and that's what happens sometimes. But well played. Congratulations, new player, on the win. Very well played indeed. And hopefully you guys all enjoyed that match sitting at home. If you did, consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribe. And you know what? If you have lively games that you want to have potentially featured on the channel, just send me a message on the Advanced Wars by Web Discord, or join my Discord in the link in the description below. You can send me matches there. I'll look them over. It'll be a good time, folks. Get featured and have me, and make sure to build some medium tanks, because if there's no medium tanks, I'm just not gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have a good time at all, folks. Stay classy out there. But until next time, take care of yourselves. If you want to support the channel further, you can consider becoming a channel member. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.